More rainy weather across the area tonight. We'll check in with the 5 News weather team in just a few moments to see how long we can expect to see the wet weather continue. Plus, the holiday shopping season is in full swing. And look at how this year's skyrocketing inflation is impacting how much people spend on gifts. And a new initiative in Arkansas is aiming to increase awareness about mental health in kids. How UAMS and Arkansas Children's are working together to address what they're calling a dire situation.
Covering news where you live. This is 5 News at 10.
But first, we want to say thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm Micah Wilson, joined by Chief Meteorologist Matt Stanridge. Now, we've seen lots of rain move in parts of the area. As I was even on my break, seeing pretty consistent rainfall, and had to make sure had that rain jacket with me.
Oh, yeah.
And it's going to continue through at least the end of this week, right?
We're at least until tomorrow night. So we still have, what, 24 hours left to go? So we still have plenty of rain left to go. It's going to pick up a little bit more, though, for you, Micah, overnight tonight. And just
Matt, thanks. New here at 10, a federal judge issued a ruling today after minors were discovered working in Springdale for a company that cleans slaughter horses. Investigators allege that Packers Sanitation Services Incorporated, a Wisconsin-based company, had more than 30 underage workers at 3 different plants, including George's here in Springdale. The other 2 locations were in Nebraska and Minnesota. According to court documents, some of the children were believed to be as young as 13. And as a part of today's decision, the sanitation company agreed to hire an outside consultant to help with ensuring that everyone they employ is of legal age. Now, you can view much more on this agreement by visiting our website. That's 5newsonline.com. Also new tonight, according to the Retail Me Not holiday survey, 70% of Americans are taking inflation into consideration this holiday season. And half of shoppers are expected to buy fewer gifts this year. 5 News reporter Rachel Williams caught up with local businesses and families to see how they are handling the higher prices.
Despite 5 News.
This week, 15 more people have died from the flu here in Arkansas, and that's according to the Arkansas Department of Health's latest flu report, bringing the total number since October to 45, and that includes 1 child. 749 flu patients have also been hospitalized since October, with most being 65 or older. And ADH says these numbers lead them to one conclusion: this is a serious flu season. Right now, Baptist Health in Fort Smith is caring for 23 flu patients. 7 of them are in the ICU. Between their 2 ERs, they have seen 20 patients who tested positive for flu since Tuesday. While Mercy Northwest Arkansas says their positive flu tests have slightly decreased, but they are seeing an increase in positive COVID-19 tests. And with flu activity continuing to rise across the country, the early intense season has increased demand for antiviral medications. Right now, 47 states or jurisdictions are reporting very high or high flu activity that's driving up the demand for Tamiflu and Xofluza. Now, that is leading to shortages of the most common antiviral drug used to treat flu patients. And because those drugs have to be taken as soon as possible to get the most benefit, patients are getting them a little too late or not getting a full course, which could lead to more hospitalized flu patients. And nationwide flu hospitalizations have doubled this week compared to last week. The overall hospitalization rate is the highest that it's been in the U.S. since the 2010-2011 flu season. And new tonight, a push to improve mental health care here in Arkansas. This time, the focus is children. UAMS and children's hospitals are teaming up and launching a program that leaders say will address a dire situation. Frederick Price shows us how. And that was Frederick Price reporting. Dr. Smith says after 4 years, he'd like to see both hospitals create a pipeline for more mental health providers. This also could address disparities he says the state is seeing. It is Pearl Harbor Remembrance Day, and each year on December 7th, Americans pause to remember the attack on the military base in Hawaii that sent many Americans into World War II. Now today, Fort Smith veterans of foreign wars hosted a commemoration ceremony to honor the thousands of American lives that were lost.
A day for the world, really.
Pearl Harbor Remembrance Day was officially declared by U.S. Congress back in 1994. And coming up next, we are hearing from counselors for advice on how to heal the holiday blues, what they say you can do to manage stress and anxiety this Christmas season.
Micah, we got...
With the holiday season in full swing, it could be known as the best time of the year, but for many people, the holidays can bring sadness instead of joy. 5 News reporter Rachel Williams shows us how you can manage your holiday blues.
From
Christmas chances from 7% to 3% in Fayetteville, and it was 2% in Fort Smith, now down to 1%, as we have just had a lot of warm Christmases in the past.
All I got to respond to that is say boo, to that. Well, thank you so much, Matt. Still ahead on your 5 News, Boonville and Charleston are set to go head-to-head in Saturday's 3A state title game. Why this matchup goes way beyond the football field. That's next in sports.
5 News Sports.
All right, Micah, so last week in Little Rock, we had 3 teams playing a state title game. Unfortunately, all 3 teams wound up losing. I think my favorite part of this game is we're guaranteed to win.
Yeah, it's a win for our area.
Our area gets it no matter what. These 2 played during the regular season. Charleston took that game. Boonville wasn't at full strength, but we'll see what happens this time around.
It's going to be an interesting and lively crowd for that game.
Yes, you know it. And whoever winds up winning, it doesn't matter. There might be some hostile family environments to come back to.
Homes divided.
Yes, in the River Valley, but it should be fun.
All right, thank you so much, Jacob. And when we come back, we'll get a final check of the forecast after the break.
We're in an area of the country that was a little bit chillier. Would all this rain be snow?
That's a good question. Possibly.
Maybe.
Be a good snow.
right.
You know, I like the 10-day forecast usually, but I'll stick with the 7-day because I saw the temperature drop, and I'm not a fan of it.
Hey, but at least there's sun.
At least there's sun. We've been missing the sun. Thank you
have.
so much. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning starting at 4:30.